taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's day trading live stream. First day of October. Today is Wednesday. S&P is down 31. NASDAQ down 129. Russell is down 12. Dow's down 123. All about the same. I guess the Dow's probably the least weak. Only down about 0.25%. The others are down about 0.5%. Gold and silver hitting new all-time highs. Gold is up 0.5%. Silver's up 1%. Notes and bonds are green. 10-year yield down 1%. Oil's down 1.2%. Natural gas up 1.7%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn are all down a little less than 1%. Euro and the pound are both a little bit green, and Bitcoin is up 2%, back above 117,000. Bitcoin's had a nice few days here. Little rebound. And the VIX is up 2.5%, 16.69 at the freeze. Little downside pressure, I assume, has something to do with the government shutdown at midnight. We'll see how that affects the market here over the next couple of days. Good morning, Abash. Good morning, Articulate. SK, good morning, 1DTE. Yes. Today, 2DTE. Yeah, so today's Wednesday, so we'll be doing the Friday options, which are 2DTE on the stocks. If I trade SPY or QQQ or IWM, I will trade 1DTE. Those I'll trade 0 or 1DTE on those, but the plan today is I'm going to trade 1DTE on the indices and 2DTE on stocks. And I just realized I think you're asking if I'm going to trade a 1DTE Iron Condor. And the answer to that is yes. So I probably gave you more information than you needed, but yeah, I'm going to enter a 1DTE Iron Condor at the open, yes. Got about a minute until the bell. Just realized I didn't have my TAT open, so I need to open that to get my BICs fired. Really wish IB and TAT were cloud-based like the others. It's kind of a pain, but is what it is. Just one more thing for me to make sure I have open. There's the bell. SPX expected move for the day is 30.78. A few points higher than yesterday. Biggest movers. Carvana's up 3%. ARM's up 3%. MSTR is up 3%. Coin's up 1.5%. Definitely more red than green. Weakest Reddit is down 7.5%. Netflix down 2.5%. Meta down 2%. Hood down 1.5%. Indices getting a little bounce. My inverse Krish trade is with NVIDIA puts is almost exactly break even right now. For those following along at home or potentially following yourselves. Oops, sorry, let me turn off my audio here. 1DTE just fired. And then Krish did take me down also on the Nike trade. I went bearish, and then right when I was about to do it, he said he was bearish too, so I should have went bullish, but Nike's up about 4%. Krish, did you do a Nike trade?
Order filled. Order filled.
Apple is pushing above yesterday's high. Tesla popped above yesterday's high and getting rejected. Google kind of poked through yesterday's low and bouncing. Chips are acting strong. TSM pushing, AMD pushing, MU pushing, ARM, SMH. You read your notes wrong. Oh my goodness. You just cost me $500. Your notes. You and your notes. Circle is pushing. MSTR still staying strong. NVIDIA popped above pre-market highs, pushed back down a little bit. Netflix a little dip and bounce. S&P, NASDAQ, Russell all pushing. Meta is leading the way down. Yeah, Apple kind of acting the strongest. Microsoft is in the red, but trying to get up there. First 5-minute bar in the books. Meta has been falling apart the last couple weeks. Almost reached all-time highs on 919 and then just all downhill. Tesla a little dip getting bought up. Apple still moving up. Meta starting to bounce. Chips still staying strong except for AVGO. AVGO is acting weak. The others are acting strong. Apple's all-time high is 260.1, currently at 258 and change. It's kind of breaking out of this little consolidation area that it's been in for the last week or so, with some oomph. A couple minutes in, and it's got some decent volume coming in as well. CoreWeave weak, Banks weak. Russell tried to get through pre-market highs, rejected. I don't know if this pre-market candle in SPY is a misprint or not. I think it probably is. Apple may get a volume bar. Tesla dipped initially, but now it's pushing with volume. SMCI, kind of same as Tesla, initially a little bit of a dip, but now pushing with volume, could get a volume bar. SMCI is really pushing. So Tezzy, Apple, and SMCI. SMCI poking through yesterday's high. I would want to see a decent pullback in one of these to get in, just to be able to manage my risk. SMCI is already pushing new highs, no pullback. Tesla is giving us a little pullback, and Apple, nothing yet. Tesla's pulling back to the top of that first 5-minute bar. I'd rather get in closer to yesterday's high if it can pull back, but it may stop here and bounce too. Just got to manage your size. Sorry, I was pointing at this. It wasn't on my screen here that you guys can see. Price pulled almost back to the top of the first 5-minute bar. You could kind of use that as a level in the sand, or you could see if it's going to pull back to yesterday's high. Yeah, you could enter small here and add too. Yep. Just it's all about managing your position size correctly. So I'll do a small starter position on the 450s. 450 calls in Tesla. Filled at 910. Just did 2 contracts because I'll do 4 total. I'll do another 2 if it gets down to yesterday's high. Oh, here it comes. Trying to get filled on an ad. Filled at 845. So 845 and 910. SMCI still staying strong. Hood rebounding. Banks rebounding. MSTR still strong. NVIDIA acting weak compared to a lot of the chips. PLTR bounce back. Hood up through pre-market highs now. Hood's all-time high yesterday was 143 and change. It's only about $1 away.
Order filled. Order partially
Just
filled.
absolutely crazy strong. Tezzy, nice bounce off of PDH. We need an extension up through highs of day. Nike still up about 4%, but it's been coming down since the open. I'll close. I'll put my first profit target at 960 in Tesla. Oh, filled. 960. Wanted to get out just below highs of kind of below that wick, so maybe could have gotten a little more, but out of half. Hood still pumping. Microsoft reversed. Now it's acting weak. Apple is pulling back. So if you want to get in Apple, it's getting down kind of into the lower range of that volume bar. I'm just going to stick with Tesla. So IWM broke out above its pre-market high and is pulling back. I'm going to take calls in IWM. I'm going to use the 1 DTE. 242 calls in IWM. 242 calls in IWM. Trying to get filled at 107 and 108. PMI I actually was wondering, I wasn't sure if those were actually going to be announced with the government shutdown. I think the jobs report on Friday is not going to be. We've got the real PMI, the ISM manufacturing PMI is in 12 minutes. IWM dipping a little bit below. Got a couple minutes on this 5-minute bar, so we'll see where this thing closes. See if we can get a little dip and bounce back up. S&P, NASDAQ also dipping. Tesla's holding up pretty well. Apple's really coming down, giving it up. SMCI is now pulling back. Whoa.
Order filled.
Bigger dip now. So this is the kind of candle where you got to be careful trying to wait till the end, because if it starts getting really ugly, you want to be able to cut. I've got my order ready to cut IWM if it doesn't bounce here. Still got about 40 seconds. Tesla still holding up okay on this dip. Apple giving it up. Amazon giving it up. Meta new lows. IWM did not hold.
Order filled.
All right, getting ready to cut IWM.
Order filled.
Filled at 79,
filled.
so took a loss on IWM. Still holding half of Tesla. S&P all the way back down through lows. Same with the NASDAQ. I'm going to be waiting until the ISM number comes out here in about 9 minutes for any more trades. SMCI bouncing off of yesterday's high. Tesla's little dip getting bought up. Nvidia pushed through pre-market lows, and it's getting bought up a little bit, finally. My inverse Krish is up $132. IWM, I did a 20 lot. Why do you ask? Yeah, remember, for me, it's all about just managing the risk amount. So risking $1,000 max on a trade, and so I lost $575 on that one, and that's a pretty significant move against my level. Just for reference. Yeah, but the buying, forget about the buying power. It's about your risk. Tesla trying to make its way back up towards highs. Yeah, I'm getting kind of pushed back down again. It's having problems getting through that 448 and a quarter. Chips are bouncing. TSM back up towards highs. MU back towards highs. SMCI, a little bit of a bounce. IWM still coming down. Indices starting to bounce. Bitcoin pretty choppy since the open. Still up 2% on the gap. Meta still coming down. Grab myself a little cup of coffee. Be back in 1 minute. Yeah, nice dip and bounce out of SMCI. That would have been a nice one off of previous day high. Tesla's still holding Just no extension yet. See if this news can push it through. S&P, NASDAQ back to mid-range. IWM starting to bounce a little bit as well. Microsoft finally starting to get bought up a little bit from its bottom. PLTR trying to get back up to highs. Got news here in about 2.5 minutes.
Order filled.
Got hit on a couple put sides of my BICs. Need to sell some of these long puts. I'll hold through news just in case. Tesla's back down to previous day high. Meta is just bleeding. It's down 3%. Indices, a little bounce, getting pushed back down. Bitcoin trying to get through pre-market highs. Need Tesla to hold here through the news. Hold and bounce, baby. Hold and bounce. Apple already kind of flushed through the big volume bar. Just using previous day high as your line, Krish. All right, news should be out here. See if we get any reaction. Not much yet. A little bit of a bounce, maybe. Is anybody's financial juice working? Mine is just cycling. Tesla still holding. Amazon, nice bounce. Meta finally bouncing off of its lows. S&P back to mid-range. NASDAQ, same. Bitcoin, a little tick through highs. Oh, financial juice is back up. Tesla didn't move. Banks are still acting weak. MSTR had a nice run. Watson, any MSTR for you today? Why not? It's your baby. CoreWeave dipping through yesterday's low and pre-market lows, kind of acting like it may want to bounce. Tesla starting to bounce a little bit. Amazon trying to get back up to highs. Nice Amazon recovery. There goes Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a pumping. MSTR, little dip getting bought up. Coin's not doing much. It's up 2% after the gap up. Circle kind of perking up. Nvidia trying to bounce off of its lows. I'm going to try to get long Bitcoin. If I can get a pullback to pre-market highs, I'll use options on iBit, and I will use 67 calls. I'll let my order sit at 51 cents. That's the 67 calls in iBit. Tesla still holding, just no extension. Bitcoin might be taking off without me. I'll leave my order for now. Sometimes you get a little quick dip and rip. Still have half my Tesla. I didn't add to it on that dip just because we had that news right around then. MSTR, nice push. Coin, nice push with that Bitcoin bounce. What else are you guys looking at? Anything? Watson, you always have something. What's Reddit doing? Reddit is doing nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Big gap down though. Bitcoin, a little bit of a pause. I need more of a pullback to get me filled. Google just straight sloppy chop. Nvidia sloppy. Meta and Microsoft weak. Apple's pretty choppy. Tesla had that nice initial push up. Now it's just been chopping. Elon's introducing a Netflix competitor.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
Interesting.
Order filled.
Let me guess. It's called XTV. Yeah, MU strong. AMD little dip and bounce with some volume. SMCI, that was the play right there. I went with Tesla instead of SMCI. SMCI was the better racehorse. TSM, all the chips are bouncing. TSM, AVGO still kind of weak. Hood through lows. Bitcoin coming down a little bit. No fill yet. My order's at 51 cents. It's trading for about 53 or so. I'm going to move my Bitcoin order to 52. Filled at 52. So long Bitcoin. See if Bitcoin can stay strong. Tesla looks like it's starting to curl back up. Put my first profit target at 62 cents in Bitcoin. It's got to pop back up through highs to hit it. There goes Tezzy. Tezzy on the move. Back towards highs. PLTR through highs, MU, TSM all through highs. Tesla, nice move. Let's see. Tesla. I'll close another one at should have probably had my order in there. I'll put it at $11. Might have hit. Is the business channel better or worse at predictions than Krish, do you think? Better? Wow, Krish, you hear that? I just can't wait to get my own humanoid robot. That's what I'm looking forward to. PLTR's pumping. TSM's pumping. Tesla had a little pause. I need a little more push. Bitcoin is creeping back up. I need a push out of Bitcoin. S&P just kind of mid-range. NASDAQ trying to get back up to highs. Russell trying to get back up towards highs. Yeah, Watson, it can do whatever you want it to. You just tell it to do whatever you want it to do. Trade for you, can walk your dog, do your laundry, everything. Well, Bitcoin didn't quite push through. Tesla kind of pausing. Coinbase pushing. Hood dipped through pre-market lows and bounced. Banks are still acting weak, though. Bank of America through lows. So financials are not providing any tailwind, that's for sure. Chips are doing all the work. Meta is not helping either. It's through lows again. Tesla trying to get up to my target. Orders at $11. Trading at about 1060. Netflix bounced back up towards highs. Still down 2% after the gap down. MU's on a run. It's up 2% now. New all-time highs in MU. Tesla hit 11.
Order cancelled. Order partially filled. Order filled.
Got one lone runner left.
Order
in Tessie.
cancelled. Order partially filled.
Bitcoin trying to get back up to highs today. My order's at 62 cents. It's trading around 60. One more little tick up should hit it. Touched it. Touched my order. I saw it touch 62. Coinbase and MSTR, a little bit of a pause. SMCI is still holding pretty strong. Little wiki on top. MU no wicks. CoreWeave, nice flush through yesterday's low and bounce. Come on, Bitcoin, waiting on you. Just waiting on you like always. Great entry. I mean, took zero heat on that entry right at pre-market highs. All right, back up to 60 cents. I need 62. There's 61. Come on. Hit it. Just hit it. You know you want it. Just hit it. NASDAQ pushing through highs of day. S&P not quite back up.
Order filled.
Apple finally starting to bounce. There's Bitcoin, 62 cents. Chris, are you still in Apple? Or did you paper hand it? Still in. Good job. Tesla new highs. Not a baby Tesla. Tesla's at 452. All-time highs 488. Just going to hold my runner still. Just let it go. It's up about 42%. See if Tesla wants to have one of those Tesla days. I'm going to put a profit target in Bitcoin at 75 cents. It's a ways away. Needs to get up closer to 67 on IBIT for that to hit, but just going to put it in there as a placeholder. We'll go ahead and wrap the stream. I will post whenever I exit both my last Tesla and my Bitcoin. Take another quick scan around. AMD is now kind of rolling over. MU, wow, nice. Another push through all-time highs. TSM, also acting strong, also through all-time highs. Oh, no, sorry. All-time high in TSM was on 923, hit 286. It's currently at 284 and change, so getting close. Banks are starting to kind of bounce. Goldman's trying to bounce. Bank of America is acting the weakest of the big three. CoreWeave, great little liquidity sweep and bounce. Coinbase staying strong. MSTR not so much. MSTR is kind of rolling over. Bitcoin is now dipping a little bit. Should have got out of my inverse Krish when it was dipping. Now it's bouncing. All right, all. I'm going to wrap the stream. Like I said, I'll post my final exits on these two, and then I'll post if I see anything else interesting. Otherwise, have a good rest of your day. See you in Power Hour. Cheers.